Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Tuesday Talk with Mike and Jama, living in the 321.
Yes.
So, Mike,
What's happening?
what's happening with you?
You know, not too much. We're looking at maybe going on vacation up to Wyoming in
Really?
May.
Like a horse thing?
No, to see.
Have you been to Wyoming?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My parents.
Oh, I didn't know
live
that.
in-
I thought they were in Texas.
Well, they were in Texas. They retired up in
Oh,
Wyoming.
retired.
So,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, so we might go up there.
That's super cool.
I know. It's super long, though.
Well, I am going to Sweden
Nice.
in May to see my first grandson.
Absolutely.
Yep, and this is going to be really cool. I'm taking my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter's having the baby. I'm taking my youngest daughter, Casey, and my granddaughter, Lena.
Wow.
Yep, and so it's going to be a girls' trip
Nice.
to Sweden, which I've never been over the pond.
Really?
Never. I know. I've been too busy having children, raising children, getting children through college, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. And so we're going to be over there for 10 days. And I got all the plane tickets and all the things.
Can you bring me back something?
Sure.
Like a jelly?
Is it legal?
I don't know.
Okay.
But-
I got a little nervous there. I don't know. I'll bring back whatever you want, as long as it's legal. Anyway, but yeah, I'd be happy to. But yeah, so I'm super excited about that.
Awesome.
And we might be going to Costa Rica I have my CIPS, which is Certified International Property Specialist.
Whoa.
And they're having a conference in Costa Rica, and Jeff doesn't have his yet, so he might get it. So
Okay. And Jeff is your husband.
And Jeff is my husband.
Yeah.
Yep. He's also a realtor. So yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Nice. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Costa
So,
Rica's nice.
I've never been there either.
It's nice.
So I'm ready to go all the places I've never been.
Okay.
My children have been all over the world. I
yeah.
have not. I'm the only
I know.
one who
I've been
hasn't.
all over the world too.
Was it with the military or just?
Yeah. With the
See,
military, so.
I'm in the military. All right. So March, we're rounding out the end of it.
Yes. So what's happening in March?
So March 29th, National Mom and Pop Business Owner Day.
Oh, what's your favorite mom and pop?
That's a really good
It
question.
is.
You know, and I love to support. I mean, there's a lot of great restaurants that are here in Brevard County that are owned mom and pop shops, which I probably, because I don't really shop. I'm not really a shopper.
Yeah.
I do like Grimaldi's chocolates for like gifts and things, and that's a local business, owned business here. And, you know, like Weshy's Jewelers. I also went to school with Jim Weshy and Holly Weshy, so
nice.
so they're nice. But I would say and Tuscany Grill is a local restaurant that is really good that we like a lot. And Telly's, oh my gosh, Chinese food. I just did a thing about this.
Did you?
Telly's, he used to own Yin Yang's in Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
And he downsized, kind of retired, but he has like this little place in Century. Mm-hmm. The best Chinese food. And I only hanker Chinese food probably once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Authentic, unbelievable deliciousness.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, see, I'm, you know, there's a consignment store, and I'm in between on Century Boulevard, and that's my wife's favorite, and it's owned by Leslie, and she's awesome, and so I would always highly recommend that one.
Yep.
Because it's a high-end consignment.
Good stuff.
Right, and so that's where I go to get all my wife's gifts. And then I think Palm Shores Bistro. We talked about that in an episode before, but I really like Palm Shores Bistro because I like to go sit, look at the water, but I like to eat breakfast.
I love breakfast. That's like my favorite meal out.
So that's why I go there.
So I just thought of another one, Jenna's Pizza, which I think has been around for a little bit, but I didn't realize it. But the owner actually lives across the street from me.
Oh, nice.
And I just discovered it. Delicious pizza, like New York. I'm not a New Yorker, but from what I understand, he's from Brooklyn. It's like a New York. It's delicious,
Nice.
like delicious. So,
Now I know your favorite day is March 30th.
well, March 30th is pretty good. I do kind of like that one.
What is that day?
It's I'm in control day.
So
Because I said I'm never in control. But I'm in control day. So
yes,
if you have children or grandchildren, I'm in control day. This is
right. This is your day.
Your
day. Take advantage.
That's right.
Because every other day you're not in control.
That's right. That's right. All right. So let's move on. Ready?
Yes. What's up? So the next is true or not true.
True, not true. So the as-is contract, which is the most common offer contract form we use here.
Yes.
The as-is offer. Is as-is really as-is?
And it's a great question because, you know, whenever you're walking through the house and you see something and you notice that a door doesn't shut right, and you notice that, and you make an offer, and you're like, I'm going to make this offer, and then the inspection comes back and says, hey, that door doesn't shut right. Well, you saw that door not shut right. You knew that door wasn't shut right.
When you put the offer in.
Right, when you put the offer in. So you can ask to have it fixed, but most likely, since you saw it, as is would be as is. That's how you're buying.
Yeah, so as is means as is. We are selling this house as is, right? And so, there could be things all kinds of, because no house is perfect. Even new construction is not perfect.
No house is perfect, no.
So as is means as is. And I would say there's certain things that probably have a little more leverage.
Yes.
Than others.
Roofs or something.
The 4 points.
Right.
Right? Roof.
Ooh, yes.
Electrical, plumbing.
You should know the 4 points.
I do know the 4 points.
You brought it up.
I was letting you have an opportunity to talk. Roof, plumbing, electrical, and AC.
Okay, let's start that.
I just did it.
Let's do that one over.
That's all right. But so those are the 4 things, right, that can affect insurance, homeowners insurance.
Yes.
If you can't get homeowners insurance,
then
nobody can get homeowners insurance on that.
So they would have to fix it.
Right. Yes, that would be a leverage thing. But a lot of those things are things that you can't see, right?
Right. Which that's why you have an inspection.
Right. 100%.
Yes. But you can ask.
You can always ask.
And sometimes people, they fix it. I know when I sold my house, there were some things, because like with VA, you can't have any wood destroying organisms, so WDO. And so I had like an inch of wood rot on the bottom of my door. Of course, that's a deal breaker for a VA loan, so I had to fix that. So.
They're lightening up on that a little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what their rhyme to reason is. No, you're right, though, 100%. Yeah. I mean, that needs to be the standard. But yeah, it's weird. Sometimes they don't catch stuff, but I don't know.
But so there's, the as is as is. I like to tell my folks, what you're looking at is what you're getting, but have the inspection to see if there's anything that you can.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
See. All right. So true or not true? Homeowners insurance covers all water damage.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true at all.
When does it not cover?
Okay, I'm not totally up on my stuff with the thing, but if you want rising water, okay, so rising water damage, you need to have flood insurance. Right. Now, flood insurance, I didn't know this. I had a New York buyer coming down, and they were like freaking out because part of their property was in flood zone. They were going to have to get flood insurance. And in New York, where they're from, flood insurance is super expensive, like $5,000, $6,000, $7 a year. I was like, good Lord. I'm like, it's not, because he was like freaking out. I'm like, it's really not that, it's not a big deal. Really not that big of a deal. And if you're not in a flood zone, there is a really good chance, my phone is blowing up. There's a really good chance that maybe $500, $600 a year would be your flood insurance policy. So I know a lot of insurance people will say, get it. You might as well get it because, it's very inexpensive and
that's what we did. I live on a lake, and they said it's never flooded. I didn't care. I wanted the flood insurance just in case, because not all homeowners insurance covers, or homeowners insurance doesn't always cover water damage.
Right. Exactly. So.
All right. So let's ask ourselves some questions. So I want to ask you a question. How can a realtor help a buyer or seller sell their home, buy their home? How does a realtor help?
All right. So I bet if you asked yourself this question, you probably think a realtor's job is to put a sign in the yard and to put it in the MLS, and that's pretty much what we do. Right. And we get paid the mega bucks for putting a sign in the yard.
Tons of bucks.
And putting it, right? But I will tell you, especially here recently, I've had many deals recently where I let my value shine. It wasn't a matter of just putting it in the thing, and it never worked like that anyway. But from the very beginning, obviously marketing. Yes. I have this saying, the thought process for me is the more eyeballs that see the property, whether online or in person, the more chances we're going to have more than one offer, but definitely a good offer. Right. The more people who see it, more people are going to want to buy it, right?
Right.
So marketing, and that is done in a million different ways.
Yes. And then, of course, you get a great photographer,
awesome.
A great videographer.
Oh, let's just talk about that for 1 minute.
Okay.
I actually have a folder of listing photos. We really will probably do an episode on smash or pass on these listing photos. Like, what's your biggest pet peeve?
With photos, would I aggravate, but see, I kind of like it because sometimes you get an amazing photographer and you show up and you're like, what? This
Oh, no, but I'm talking about, these are clearly not a photographer.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about
my
where
pet peeve
the
is when
listing agent takes their own.
Right, when you see the agent in the mirror.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I just hate
that. So, okay. Yeah. Or my number one is the toilet seat up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because that's so attractive, right? And I don't know if it's a woman thing, but like the toilet seat up, yeah, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a professional photographer.
Yeah, or dirty dishes. I saw dirty dishes inside of a sink one time in a photo.
Or the plunger sitting next to the toilet, like right on the countertop. That's awesome. Like so many things. We see so many things.
Right.
So professional photography because people shop online.
Right. And so you need a good, you pay for the photographer, the videographer, and to get your house marketed well. We put it on Facebook, we put it on Instagram, we put it on so many different places. So
well, the other thing we do is we at Denovo we do in-house marketing, right?
Yes.
So we have tons of collaboration, tons of hey, got this listing, and we're sharing it out, trying to find. We all have our own buyers,
yes.
So right, and we're out there sharing things with in-house as well, and all of our own contacts.
Yes.
Then another way that they show is how to write a strong offer.
Yes, how to negotiate.
I mentored a lot of agents, and one of my things for mentoring was to show them that when they submit an offer to another agent, that I don't want that other agent to know they're new. And there are certain things that you can instantly tell when a contract is written as to whether or not the agent is new or not, right?
Yep.
Lots of holes, things missing completely,
Yep.
or numbers and dates don't add up right? Yep. So writing a strong offer, because if you don't get your offer accepted, you're not even in the game, right? Even if you have multiple offers, right? Really important.
Especially if you have multiple.
Right, especially if you have, because you want yours to be accepted and the other side knows that you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Then the fourth one would be, like you said, negotiations on the inspection process, because we went over that on some previous shows as well, that the inspection, you may be some negotiations, right? There may be some issues.
Well, even before, because we're going to find out what the price of the home should be.
Right.
If they've listed it too high, we need to negotiate down. Matter of fact, I've been negotiating right now for almost 3 weeks on a house between back and forth that I feel is overpriced.
Yep.
They are emotionally in love with the house, but I'm showing them why it's not, and we're slowly working together.
Yep.
So.
And then also on the appraisal, and this one, I just had one come through.
Yeah.
Big gap between the actual contract price and the appraisal price. And it was about a week and a half, maybe 8 or 9 days of back and forth negotiations to come somewhere where we actually could sell it, because it was a huge gap, and we did close on it and everything was good, but that was on both sides good negotiation.
Excellent.
And then closing on time.
Yes.
Another biggie. This just happened recently to me. I had the seller and the buyer. I felt so bad for the buyer because the buyer's lender didn't understand. He was not local to the state of Florida. He did not understand our homestead here. And we had 3 closing delays for no reason. And he kept doing it. So what they ended up doing was instead of closing in December, they closed in January, which means they lost their homestead for the whole next year. And he didn't even know what that was because he wasn't a local lender. So having a really strong team of professionals, the title company, the lenders, where it's not just the realtor, right? But the realtor has their team. Right. And that's super important. That's all these things that people don't always think about.
Nope. So you should ask yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
What can a realtor do for you?
That's right. So.
Awesome. So what is your morning motivation?
Well, my number one quote that I live and die by is do or do not. There is no try by Master Yoda.
Ooh. I don't really like Star Wars, but yeah, okay.
What?
No. I know you're a big
What?
You're a big Disney person.
You don't know. Okay, first of all, Star Wars did not start out as Disney. Let's just be clear.
Oh, I know, but
it did not start out as Disney. So Star Wars lovers, was never a Disney thing. That's just now.
My bad.
I cannot believe. I don't even know if you continue doing this show with you. I can't believe you don't like Star Wars.
No, I like Star Wars. I just don't like the other 32 shows that they've done.
Oh, well, I haven't seen them either, but Star Wars is, Yoda is the original.
Well, yeah.
Man.
He was all right. But anyway.
Anyway, you guys, thanks for joining us.
All right. This is Mike and Jama, and this is
Living in the 321 Tuesday Talk. Living in the 321.
All right. Have a good day.
You said my name right.